I bought these glasses because they remind me of my childhood. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just bought some glasses and I want to show them to you because they sprung up on eBay and I saw them and man, I was just transported back to my childhood. So let me take you back to when these glasses came around. It was 1983 and I was a very, very young child, but I absolutely loved outdoors and I loved Snoopy. Did I actually love the rest of the Peanuts? Maybe not as much. I wasn't necessarily a huge Charlie Brown fan, but I loved Snoopy. Who would not love a dog with a behavioral disorder and kind of a sarcastic attitude and super cute like that? And that was me, man. I was enthralled with Snoopy. In fact, I had a Snoopy doll. My mother made a sleeping bag for Snoopy so that he could sleep in a sleeping bag with me, which was so awesome, and I loved the Peanuts characters. Now, in 1983, McDonald's actually had a promotion, and I want to run the commercial for that now.
Ride those rapids, Charlie Brown. Rats, why is having fun always so much work?
Charlie Brown and the gang are camping out at McDonald's on 16-ounce glasses designed by Charles Schultz. The Charlie Brown glass is just 49 cents this week when you buy a medium or large soft drink like Coca-Cola.
What a flop.
Collect all 5, one each week.
Ugh! And thus, another sport is mastered. Charlie Brown, McDonald's, and you.
So, what you might not realize is back in 1983, I guess it was, McDonald's was not the fast food behemoth that it is now. In fact, it was kind of one of many fast food restaurants, and they were looking to do all sorts of promotions to bring people in. In fact, if you remember, you might have to be old enough to remember this, but on the signs where it said McDonald's, it would say like over 10 billion served, over 11 billion served. They actually had a running counter of how many hamburgers they were serving. And then when it got to like 100 billion or something, they just kind of removed it. So it's just kind of funny that they had a hamburger counter on the signs because that was really the infancy of that company. But what was happening was Camp Snoopy was opening. Now, I don't exactly know what Camp Snoopy was. I wasn't like a moneyed up upper middle class family that would send kids to like brand name camps, space camp, those kinds of things. I always wanted to go to space camp, but never did. But Camp Snoopy, I think, was an actual thing that you could go to and have little camping excursions. But McDonald's was helping them promote that, and so they released these little camping glasses for, I think it was 5 weeks. So they had 5 of these different kind of glasses. I actually only have 4 here. For some reason, this person must have broken or lost one of them. But I just remember that I love these, and I love McDonald's, and we didn't go there very often. But when these came out, my parents would take us as a family to McDonald's once a week for those 5 weeks to see if we could collect all 5 of these glasses. So it was just really awesome because otherwise we would not eat fast food every week. And so for 5 weeks, for over a month, it was just like a little boy's dream come true. Now, I just wanted to show you what these glasses look like. First of all, they are not that tall. I'm kind of guessing 12, 13, 14 ounces. But what I've noticed here is that these have lasted quite well, and the glass isn't super thick. I would just kind of expect glasses that you buy now to have a little bit more thickness, so they feel a little bit light, but for a free giveaway, that's probably what you could expect. They don't feel super chintzy, and I'm just really kind of surprised that for almost 40 years later, they have survived. In fact, I actually thought this was a chip on this glass, but it's just like a little bubble in the glass lip there, so it's smooth all the way around, but it's not a chip. So these have lasted remarkably well. The printing or the painting here is some sort of like wrap, and you can actually see where it meshes up here, so the two ends overlap right there. We get a little bit of a dark green strip, but what it does is kind of creates this picture that is seamless. So you kind of see them going down the lazy river there, you see Charlie Brown, and even when you get back to where the seam is, you know, it's not kind of a obvious start and stop, which is really well thought of. Civilization is overrated, and civilization is doomed too. Here's Snoopy doing his dance, and we can go around here. This is more of a mountain, desert, drier, yellower, browner scene right there, right? And then we have this one, and look at this. This is kind of like your standard outdoor one. Pretty cool. You can see Lucy getting her comeuppance there. And then I guess this is the same one. But I think there were 5 of these in total. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. And if you do have all 5, it's just a cool thing to have. A little bit of memory from a bygone era. 80s were maybe not the best decade in my opinion, but definitely one of the funnest and most unique. Lots of personality. So, if you lived in this era, maybe you remember grabbing these cups. Maybe you remember going to McDonald's as a treat. A little special occasion for you and the family. But hey, if you want to pick these up and relive those 80s, I think you can probably find these on eBay. That's where I got mine. Or probably your local thrift shop or Salvation Army is probably where they're going to be most of the time. But I just got them, and I thought the next time I drink out of them, man, I'm just going to be teleported back to my childhood. At least I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's what I'm going to get for the $25 that I spent on these bad boys. But if I can find some more of these, I'll put a link to them in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever.